Hi, this is Hoang, CFP and EA in California. In this video, I want to explain probate in plain English because this is one of the most misunderstood parts of estate planning. Probate is the court-supervised legal process that happens after someone dies. The court oversees the transfer of the deceased person's property, the payment of valid debts and taxes, and the final distribution of what is left to heirs or beneficiaries. If there is a will, probate is often the process where the court accepts the will and makes sure it is carried out. If there is no will, probate can still happen, but the court follows state law to decide who inherits. A lot of people think probate is automatically bad. The better way to say it is that probate is a legal process that can be slow, public, and expensive compared with good estate planning. That is why so many people use trusts, beneficiary designations, and proper titling to reduce or avoid it. So what kinds of assets usually go through probate? In general, assets go through probate when they are in the deceased person's name alone and do not have a beneficiary designation and are not held in a trust. That can include a house titled only in one person's name, a bank account with no POD designation, a brokerage account with no TOD instruction, a vehicle, personal property, or a business interest owned solely by the person who died. By contrast, many assets avoid probate. Retirement accounts, life insurance, and annuities often pass directly by beneficiary designation. Assets in a revocable living trust usually avoid probate, and jointly held property with rights of survivorship may also transfer outside probate depending on title. Another key issue is valuation. In a probate case, the estate representative typically has to prepare an inventory and determine the value of probate assets as of the date of death. Real estate, securities, business interests, and personal property may all need to be valued so the court, heirs, and tax professionals know what is actually in the estate. This matters for more than just paperwork. Valuation affects reporting, creditor issues, distributions, and tax planning. If there are real estate holdings, investment accounts, or a closely held business, proper valuation can become one of the most important parts of the case. Here is the simplest way to understand it. If an asset has no beneficiary, no joint owner, and is not in a trust, it will often end up in probate. That is why funding the trust and reviewing title and beneficiary forms is so important. If your family is trying to decide whether a specific asset will go through probate, the right next step is to list every asset one by one and check how it is titled, who the beneficiary is, and whether it is already owned by the trust. If you want more videos on how taxes, investments, real estate, and estate planning all fit together, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment.